motherfuckers, get this nigga next door up out of here. The nigga be snoring all night, I can't sleep. And call that big butt nurse with the long hair to come suck my dick.
Do that.
Sup, dudes?
Here we are, we're back in the kitchen, baking with Nutorious.
Yep.
It's my man Jim, Jay, James, Jimmy, aka Nutorious _ on Instagram. Make sure you check him out. But you guys have been watching us for a while, and James has been pestering me to do this recipe for a long time. What are we doing?
We're doing CRONUTS.
CRONUTS!
Tell that motherfuckers, get this nigga next door up out of here. The nigga be snoring all night, I can't sleep. And call that big butt nurse with the long hair to come suck my dick. Tell that motherfuckers, get this nigga next door up out of here. The nigga be snoring all night, I can't
Half
sleep.
donut, half
Call that big butt nurse with the long hair to come suck my dick.
Oreos, Nutella, bit of Milky Bar. Simple but long.
If you want your CRONUTS today, you've missed out. If you want them tomorrow, you can do it.
Yeah, just get started.
Get started now.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Alrighty, so we gotta make the dough first. So that's the most important part, really. So we're gonna go into our little Electrolux, like, buzzy thing.
Are we getting paid by Electrolux, mate?
We are. We've got 250 grams of flour here, so 125 baker's flour and 125 regular plain flour.
Okay, so it gets a little bit confusing, this, guys. Just remember the recipe is down below in the description, so you guys can follow along there as well.
But if you can't get baker's flour, you can use regular plain flour.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. And when we put that in, we're gonna throw our, we've got 65 mils of milk here and 60 mils of lukewarm water.
Luke hooked us up with this water.
Yeah, our mate Luke.
Our mate Luke, he's not here today, but he just dropped it off before.
And we've got 7 grams of yeast here, dried active yeast. So we're gonna throw lukewarm water into that, but not this time.
Finger it.
Just give it a little stir.
Use a spoon next time, James, for the camera. We'll keep this in as well, by the way. So he needs a little break every now and again.
So then we've got 30 grams of caster sugar here. We'll throw that into our little mixer.
Yep.
And half a teaspoon of salt.
Half a teaspoon of salt goes in.
Yep, and then what we have here is 150 grams of cold diced butter. So we want this cold because when we give it a little churn, we want it to get incorporated through the dough, but not too much because we want chunks and specks of butter through it, which gives us the rise when we cook it.
Yeah, the rise and the beautiful layers, the sort of, I guess it's the croissant element.
Yeah, so we're just gonna throw that straight in.
Nice and chilled.
Yep. That's all about it. So
really quick.
We've got that there. Floury consistency, but still chunks of butter in it. That's perfect.
Right.
And then with our activated yeast, straight into that, and we're just gonna stir that together until it just comes together.
Work it, let me work it. Put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
It's your forget when you.
Yeah, work it, put it.
And then we're just gonna throw that in some cling wrap for 2 hours in the fridge, let that chill down, rest up, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, so there we have it. 2 hours down, and now we're gonna roll this puppy out and get on to our next step. So this is where we're gonna layer all the layers of pastry. So we're gonna roll it out to about an A4 size sheet of paper. So roughly A4 sheet size. So we're gonna grab one end, fold that in third, like that, and then the other end, third again, and roll it out again.
Okay.
And we're gonna do this 3 times in total. In third again, and then third again, and she's ready to go. We're gonna whack her in some cling wrap again, in the fridge, 5 to 6 hours, or preferably overnight, and then we'll come back to it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Step 2 done. Step 3, people.
5 to 6 hours later, or overnight preferably, we're going to bring out our dough and we're going to roll that out to like about the thickness of like 7 or 8 mils.
Thickness of an Oreo?
Thickness of an Oreo, perfect. So go to town on this. All right, so now we're going to get our cookie cutters. Depending on what size you want to make your CRONUTS, you just get one big one, and we're just going to
So that's the outside?
the outside ring, line that up, cut that out, and then we got to get an inner, smaller ring to make the donut shape. So I don't really have a cookie cutter that small, so I'm just using the end of a piping
Smart man.
nozzle, putting that in, tapping that down, give it a little move around. There you have
Look
it.
at that.
Okay, there you have it. CRONUTS cut out, ready to go. We're just gonna whack a tea towel over that and let them sit in a warm, dry spot for an hour, and then they'll rise. And then we're ready to go.
Step 3.
So close.
Done.
Okay, so we've let our cronuts rise for an hour now, and now you can tell that they've risen and you can see the different layers in them. They've gotten a lot puffier, and after they've risen, you can see the layers of pastry there, just the creases there.
Awesome.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna fry them in some oil here. So I've got grapeseed oil, which is a neutral oil. You could use rice bran oil, anything like that. 170 degrees, 2 to 3 minutes each side. So we just place them in, but be careful because it's hot oil. So in they go. All right, so 2 to 3 minutes each side, and then we're just gonna give them a flip. So they're good to go. We're just gonna pull them out and place them on a baking tray with some paper towel to let them drain off.
Nice.
Cronuts done.
Oh my goodness.
No, don't eat it.
Oh.
That was incredible. It's a bit of a process, so make sure you check out the recipe below, follow the steps, make up the toppings however you want. White chocolate, dark chocolate, you could put sprinkles on there, anything. Thanks guys, we'll see you next month. Make sure you subscribe, check this guy out on Instagram, and all the links are below. So we'll see you soon. Woo!